What you are about to hear is an excerpt from Prime On Demand, a Transformers podcast available on iTunes, Stitcher, or primeondemand.com. This is from Episode 3. The topic for this episode, Generation 1, Season 1, Episode 2, More Than Meets the Eye, Part 2. Alright, well, for the second half of our main segment, we're going to be doing a review of Generation 1, Season 1, Episode 2, More Than Meets the Eye, Part 2. And again, I'm using the version that's up on Netflix, which does not have the interstitial commercial bits, but it does have the promo at the end. So, well, this is either the Rhino or the Metrodome version. I can't tell for sure. So if you want to try to kind of follow along, you can do so if you like. I can't guarantee that it'll sync up like a commentary. This is more about me just watching the episode and giving my thoughts on each scene. So last time, everybody was stuck under an oil rig out in the ocean. So a recap showing everything from the first episode. I know I said it in the first episode, but damn, I love this score. Huffer bitches more in the cartoon than he did the comic. Huffer is a lot like Brawn, I thought. I mean, their personalities are a little bit similar, except for the bit where Huffer just bitches more. See, in the book, Huffer actually has a job. I'm sure he has something to do with the cartoon, but he never actually does anything. I don't mean he's a bad character. I think he's just lazy. Peter Cullen has such a strong leading voice when he's shouting orders. And still, more flying here. Luckily, Wheeljack has enough foam in his arm cannon to put out the entire fire, except for that spot he missed in the back. Finally, Optimus got these kids out of the water. Well, one of them's a kid. Well, I guess they're both kids compared to Optimus being like 4 million years old. Thankfully, they're not doing that thing where they act scared of these alien creatures that just save them. I mean, it makes sense that they're not, but I see that so much in a lot of sci-fi horror stuff when there's someone comes to save you and you're just as scared of them as you are of the real villain after they save you. Optimus is really gung-ho about telling them the backstory. But he does a better job of it than they did in the movie. By movie, I mean 2007. So this is pretty a similar scene, him down on his knees talking to them. And they did it again in Prime. Again, better than the movie. I love that Optimus decided to add that little flash of his eyes there, for some reason, when he says, destroying the world. So the only reason Optimus decides to hook up with these humans after saving them is because they know more about Earth than the Autobots do. See, if they had Wikipedia around, then this show wouldn't have happened the same way. I mean, in the movies, the only reason they found Sam was because of eBay, and that's the only reason he was in the story at all. That's kind of cute. Spike writing as the journal. Although when they're coming back to the base, they should have shown these kids, or the humans, what the Decepticon logo looks like, so he wouldn't, accidentally sneak one into the base. I always thought it was weird that the ship is at an angle, but the interior is all flat, and the gravity's fine. He's so excited about the tape deck, he just leaves it there. So here's the reason they transform. Disguise. Fair enough. And it sure beats walking. What's this little side building over here? I don't think that ever shows up again. Or just a little med bay. Kind of just trolling Spike here. That's a great little sound effect, Sumbo. Little whistle as the hologram pops up. Well, I like that he had this, and apparently they used it in the movie a little bit. The first one, and it looks like they're going to use it again in the fourth one. And of course, IDW used it quite a bit. It's a hologram. With the way Hound has all these little holographic projections, I always thought that he should have been the one called Mirage. And Mirage should have been called, I don't know, Invisible Boy or something. Yeah, Hound, just take Spike out of the base without talking to Optimus first. Check in with him, make sure he knows where the allies are. Oh, by the way, Spike, did you sneak any Decepticons into the base today? Yes, several of them, actually. Why don't you acquire the knowledge of Earth's resources, Soundwave? You're standing right there. Oh, never mind, you got it. I like these big, I'm not sure if this is the right word, these big mesa shots near the base, out in the desert. It took me a while to realize it, but they kind of mimic this kind of thing in Prime. So apparently Hound only sometimes misses the quiet, peaceful planet they lived on. Holy shit, it's the tape deck! Man, Soundwave is slow. I apparently can't aim 10 feet in front of his face. Great little Pac-Man sound effects there. Optimus, how did you not see Soundwave standing right there already? It's always seemed like Soundwave and the deployers had kind of a father-child relationship. But then Soundwave just leaves Ravage there to be taken. He doesn't fight back or anything. I guess he's more loyal to Megatron and getting information back to him. And Ravage is easily subdued by Bumblebee and Brawn. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Never mind. Oh, Gears has infrared. So they just had to break into the Autobot base to find this public knowledge about a hydroelectric dam. Why couldn't they just go to a library? Starscream does bring up a good point that their plan will not have enough energy. This hydroelectric dam won't give them enough power to power their ship back home. Oh no, wait. Megatron's plan is to create a tidal wave to hit the dam. There's no way that could possibly go wrong. Why'd they choose sunrise to be their attack time? Rumble. I love how Soundwave chose to, when he said Operation Tidal Wave, chose to give a little gesture, a little interpretive dance with it. Someone I know on one of the Transformers discussion groups on Facebook had the idea that Rumble and Frenzy, being the same body type and being friends, being kind of rascally brothers and twins kind of character. What if they decided to sometimes switch? Whenever he called for Frenzy or Rumble, they would sometimes jump out, choose which one of them would go out, try to check everyone. Like Mary-Kate and Ashley on Full House. Man, Megatron is all about counting his chickens before they hatch. I guess Weird Al told him to do that. I think it's great how Spike pretends he can read that gibberish on the output screen on Teletran. Why did Megatron have to blow the hole in the ceiling? Is this going to make it harder for everyone to walk around Rubble? Man, Starscream should be leading the Decepticons. More Pac-Man sounds. Battle at a dam. Seems like one of the movies stole that idea. This human foreman, whatever he is ballsy yelling at Megatron like this. Why to make Starscream stop the power generators if they need to... But never mind. No, Prowl. It was the Hamburglar that blew up the dam. Autobots to the air. That should be the final time Optimus says that. Now, why did Hound need a little glass thing over his face? It's not like they're really getting his eyes or anything. Ooh. Rumble punched Hound right in the knee. Our Head and Bumblebee are doing the I'll drive you shoot deal from the 2007 movie. I'm kind of worried about anyone trusting Ironhide and Bumblebee to make a new sets of rivers. I'm not sure if they studied Earth science enough to understand how that might affect the environment or people. Wait, they took to the air and now they're back on the ground and they flew back in the air again. It looks like two Starscreams just fell. It wasn't even a recolored Seeker. It was like a regular Starscream and a tiny Starscream. They look more like Energon pillows than anything else. Stick it in neutral Megatron. They brought Sparkplug with them? Look at Mirage. Little acrobatic shit. Jump around the bridge. That was cool. I like how they keep things somewhat consistent with the bios. Because earlier in the comic, Mirage tried to talk Decepticon out of fighting instead of fighting him. And they just mentioned that Mirage is more of a pacifist than a fighter. Damn. Prime just took that punch right in the face. Even when he's down, Prime's a dirty talker. Don't put somebody... Oh, he's stopping on his fingers. Starscream has a slingshot. And again, he saved Optimus. It's like Armada. It's like Starscream is secretly working for the Autobots. This changes my entire view of the series. And look at that tackle right out the window. I mean, here we get to this... What is probably the most iconic scene from the 3-part pilot. When Optimus has this Energon axe and Megatron has an Energon mace. Almost doesn't get the job done. Megatron needs to work on practicing what he preaches, considering the amount of times he retreats. I love all this dirty talk. Carried over into the movies. Junk. That's what you are. Junk. Oh, that takes some skill to hit a mace as a swing with an axe. That's like It's like that little cup with a string and a ball. Take some aim. Prime starts stabbing at him with the end of the axe. Hey, I can't hear you underwater, Spike. Man, Rumble's taking on a full-size Autobot. He's tough. Rumble's not going to answer you. See? He punched you. Oh, all these tackles today. Look what you did, Spike. Every time one of these young kids starts screaming for help, Optimus gets it. I love that Megatron starts swinging the mace and uses it to fly away. He's like Thor. He's still swinging it even though he doesn't really need to. Fusion cannon's missing though. Hey Optimus, if you're stuck in the water, why don't you just fly away? Get it, Jazz. There you go. Apparently hydraulic is a positive sentiment on Cybertron. Hydraulic, man. Spike, why are you diving in the water after... Hey, it's not like he's air. It's not like you can really save him. Oh, except rocks. Okay. Oh, here's the other iconic scene from this episode. I don't know if iconic is the right word. More like suggestive. Looks like Hound wants to flood Spike's engine. I'm sure it's just a back massage, nothing more. You know, Mirage, there's a difference between being pacifistic and being stupid. The Decepticons are still going to attack Earth. Even if you don't want to fight them, you still have to find some way to stop them. There you go, Prime. Talk some sense into them. Well, Huffer brings up, or I guess alludes to the idea of the Decepticons being better fighters than the Autobots. An idea later touched upon by the fact that occasionally Decepticons are ex-gladiators and Autobots are ex-labor workers. Courage, Huffer. We can't ignore the danger. We must conquer it. Why are they in the snow? All these places suddenly. I guess after the first little bout of energy, it kind of gets exponential. You have more energy, you're able to attack more, able to find more energy stations, fueling stations, electronic, whatever. But where the hell are the Autobots? See, they've had enough time to build nearly the entire space cruiser. 3,000 astroliters of energon. That sounds like a lot. One more source of energy. That's all they'll need. The ruby crystals of Burma. Now they only need one more source of energy. They're so close to getting off the planet and defeating the Autobots. Or just one more source of energy. What's this? Starscream, you idiot. Of course they work Starscream. You didn't know. Well, Starscream does have a point. You need to test the energon cubes before you get into space and find out you have nothing, I guess. Although it was overseen by Soundwave, who's generally more reliable. See, now they need 2 strikes before getting back to Cybertron. This is my new fan theory. G1 Starscream, at least in the cartoon series, is secretly working for the Autobots. He woke up Optimus. He distracted Megatron so Optimus could tackle him. He delayed their getting off the planet and conquering Cybertron by using up an entire source of energon cubes. I think I'm onto something here. I'm going to follow this. I'm going to keep going with this, alright? We're going to see in the next episodes in the season if that holds true. And there goes Soundwave, Crimson Starscream style. Trying to give him another source of energy. Who is this? Trailbreaker? Using one of those little satellite sound amplifier things to spy on them. How do you know where to point that? Do they know their base? I don't think they do, because they would have attacked by now. Starscream must have given them the Decepticon base, told them, don't attack, I'm going to stop them. Holy crap, this theory is holding true. Witwiki's just sitting out there drinking tea. Power flows to the one who knows how. Desire alone is not enough. Time makes all things possible. I can wait. This show has a lot of good quotes. The quotable Transformers. Strike Force, aka the entire Decepticon fleet. That was easy, Soundwave. He's like, everybody. Trailbreaker has a top speed of about 20 miles per hour, apparently. Why don't you radio home base, Trailbreaker? Apparently everybody's useless here. Helpless. Send help. Tell them where you are. There you go, Autobot twins to the rescue. Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. Focus less on the paint, Sunstreaker, more on not betraying people. Spike here is channeling Paris Hilton in his dialogue, apparently. So when do Decepticons help each other, I'll shadow you back. Well, I guess the conniving bit's more generally focused on Megatron Starscream, but still. They're not generally the model of safety there. Are the Burma crystal mines a real thing? Also, do crystals like this actually have any power? Well, I guess Mr. Freeze thinks they can power his ice thing. And lasers. Lasers, that's a good thing. Lasers are fun. And who is playing Wheeljack in this scene? That's not the usual actor. It's funny. You can tell that it's Peter Cullen, but his voice sounds so much younger here. It's funny how his voice has become more lower and more gravelier over the years. It's kind of a dark plan, blowing up the entrance to the cave, locking him in there. Are they blowing up the entrance, or blowing off the power source? Either way, I guess if they blow up the power source, that would cause a chain reaction and kill all the Decepticons. This is a dark episode. It's funny they're just hiding in the background there, inside the wall. Get ready to pull out. Man, you're shitty at stealth, guys. Oh, that should have killed Sparkplug. Man, there's beating ass on Bumblebee. Everybody's eyes are flashing this episode. Optimus, Megatron, Optimus. Who's Roller? You might ask. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, not call the police, not get out of there, not get more help, come get me. Oh, headshot to Bumblebee there. Man, Bumblebee's always getting punched in the damn head. Man, that's impressive. Optimus could drive a trailer up all that way. Megatron getting blown up in a mine is something kind of touched on later on in Prime. Spoilers! They call it the third and final part of the Transformers. It's funny, the promo was made before it was picked up for a full season. Man, what would happen if it was just 4 issues and 3 episodes? And a bunch of toys back in the 80s and died away? Well, we wouldn't be sitting here, that's for sure. I can't imagine how that would have turned out. Well, I can. It would have just been those 7 things. That would have been such a waste. Such a loss to humanity. To the arts and sciences. Transformers had died in 1984. Anyway, I feel like this one went better than the last commentary review thing. I always feel like the issue reviews come so much better than the episode reviews. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed. And of course, next episode, we'll be finishing the miniseries. This has been an excerpt from Prime On Demand, a Transformers podcast. For full episodes, go to iTunes, Stitcher, or PrimeOnDemand.com.